Do you hate facial hair and need to shave a lot more? Let's talk about that. Comment reads, my best friend is struggling with shaving while she's transitioning and I don't know how to help. She's scared of razors but hates the facial hair. I feel that so much. But I can't showcase the stuff in here, so let's talk about it in here instead. Quick warning, I am talking about shaving, so there are going to be blades involved. These are all what I have used prior to trying to figure out how to shave. That is what I use most at this point. The first three I'm going to go over are the ones that are non-razor based, and the other three are going to be razor based. That way there's two different options, basically. This fucking thing is trash. I hate it so much. I've had this thing since high school and is absolute shit for basically anything that is not just trying to get stubble down. It's great if you want a constant 5 o'clock shadow, but past that, junk. Get rid of it. Bye-bye. I use both these in tandem. This is a Philips Norelco, I think is what it is. Basically, I use this to knock down any long hairs that are not going to get caught by this foiler. This thing functions just like a razor, except it just glides across the top of the skin and doesn't really get anything really in depth. You're still going to have stubble with this, but it's still just really easy to use. This is a Remington wet dry foiler, and this is super useful because it does get it down really smooth, and this thing will actively keep my stubble back for a couple hours. But the downside is this does not last all day. This maybe gets me through an outing, but past that, I get stubble again. The only way I don't get stubble at all is if I just use razors, and razors are not that difficult to use, nor are they really that scary after you just get used to them. Here's where that blade warning comes in. Of these three razors, this one in the middle is the leaf razor, and this is my absolute favorite because I'm not using cartridges anymore. This one's 5-blade, hurt my skin way too much and cut me up way too much, and I hated using that thing completely. This one was a lot easier, it only has 2 blades, and it was really soft for my face, except the cartridges are expensive, like 3 of them were like 20 bucks. Whereas this thing, I can choose how many blades are put into it. It lets me do the exact same thing as the other two do, except instead of paying cartridges for 20 bucks for like 5, I can get a box of razors for literally $10, and this will last me like the next 2 years. It is not for anybody who has prior history with self-harm, though. That is the problem because it is open blades. It is literally razor blades. It is not fun for anybody else that has any issue with that. I do not have such qualms, so that is why it works for me. I have somewhat sensitive skin, so instead of being able to just use all 3 blades in this one, I'm able to just avoid this bottom one. Oh shit, I forgot to clean this earlier. We're gonna ignore that. I don't have a blade on the closest setting. I only have one in the middle and the top setting, and those two, it just works really well for me. It doesn't cut my skin up all that bad, and it gets me a really close shave without any issues. It's the benefits of a safety or a straight razor without any of the dangers with it because it has a pivoting head like these razors right here, except, without the massive price tag. As a downside, that razor is $70 and then the refills are just really cheap. I know I'm going to be shaving for the next couple years, so that is going to save me a lot more money until I can actively do laser or electrolysis. Sorry for the long video. I hope that explains things. If you need more tips on actually shaving itself, let's talk about that next.